So today you're here, hopefully, you're in the right place. If not, you're here, so you might as well just stay. For Amplify your teaching, integrating high impact strategies with Screencastify. So today's training, I am going to go over some basics of Screencastify and some really awesome product updates that I've either just launched or about to launch. Then we're going to explore and apply Screencastify features to specific needs in the classroom. We'll also examine the relationships between Screencastify and some proven educational practices. Then you'll have some time to look at a few sandbox items and determine which strategies you think will work best for your students. All right, so our first thing I want to just go over is what is new with screencasting. And screencasting, if you're a total newbie to this, is just recording your screen, whether you're on it or not, recording your screen in any way through our Screencastify extension. And from what I understand in the district, you guys already have it pinned to your Chrome browser. So you should be able to find it on your Chrome browser. It's a little pink play button with a camera in the middle of it. When you click on that extension, it will open up like this. You have three recording options. The first one is called this tab only. We'll just call it this tab, but I always say this tab only because it will only record the tab you start recording on. If you switch tabs or windows or anything like that, pop-ups, none of that will get recorded. Only the first tab you start on. However, if you're using this tab only, that is the only way to record sound coming from your device. So if you're trying to record music in the background or you're doing something wild like recording a YouTube video to be able to do something with it, and you want the sound coming from the video, you'd have to use this tab only. And then the next one is full screen. And full screen, you can choose whether you want to record your entire screen, a window, or anything else on your device. And then once you record that in the editor, you can very easily crop out the parts of the screen or your window that you don't want showing in your final video. And then the third option is webcam only. This is a really popular option right now because if you see down here, I have a little button that says teleprompter. When I toggle this on, when I click the record button, it's now going to take me to an AI script generator to create a script for a teleprompter to pop up on my screen so I can read off of it as I record my webcam only video. I'm going to show you that in a few minutes. Webcam only is the only recording way you can use the teleprompter at this time. A couple other updates. If you haven't been on the extension lately, your My Videos button has now been replaced with a home button. And that is because when I go click on home, my videos page is different from my homepage. My homepage is super cool because it allows you to either create a video, go into the editor, or create a submit assignment for your students to complete with video. And then it also has all of your recent videos or projects that you've been working on so you can easily find them and continue where you left off. That's your home button. That is different from your My Library button. My Library is underneath it. The library page, you now have three different tabs up here. You have your My Videos tab, and that will contain any video that you've recorded or have added from the premium library. Then next to it, you have a button that says Share with Me. And under this tab, any folders or videos that your colleagues or anybody you know has shared with you through Screencastify will appear here. And then you have a third tab called Watch Later. And there's a new feature where you can add videos to this Watch Later list. So if you don't have time to look at a video a colleague sent you or watch all the way through a premium library video you added, you can tag it as Watch Later and it'll live on this screen until you unflag it from Watch Later. The other new feature on our homepage is the new video button. We used to not have this button, but we do now, and it has three options. Record a video, so it'll open the extension for you to record a video, or you can upload any MP4 or MOV file from your device or import it from Google Drive. Before we added this, if you wanted to add a video from another source, you had to do it like on top of another video in the editor. Not anymore. You can add it straight into your library, no matter where you recorded it from, your phone, your iPad, another site, anything like that, and then use all of our wonderful features on top of that video to make it even more amazing. So put your questions in the chat if you have any as I go. But I want to show y'all now one other new feature that I think launched today. You'll notice on your homepage that if you have more than one account, you'll have a drop-down menu, and that drop-down menu will show you all these Screencastify accounts you have, but now you'll only have to log in once to access all of them. So if you have a district account and a personal account, you can toggle between them both now, right at the top of your homepage or My Library page. So that's a really cool new feature, and that literally just hit today. So y'all are the first ones to see it. Now let's play with the teleprompter and have some fun. And I'm gonna go to my Screencastify extension, and I'm already on webcam only, and my teleprompter button is toggled on, but I'm gonna click create script and record, and it's gonna take me into my script generator. You have up to 2,000 characters that you can add into the script generator to describe the video topic you would like created. So I have a prompt already ready to go. So you don't have to listen to me type it out. So I'm going to add my prompt right in the script generator. All my prompt says is a video lesson introducing the 3 types of angles for 4th grade students with easy to understand definitions and real world examples. That's all I have to write. But as y'all probably know at this point, with generative AI prompts, the more specific you are and descriptive you are, the better result you're going to get. So be as descriptive as possible. Make sure you put in at least what grade level, content area. You can even like copy and paste a state standard right into the box and have it go off that. You can also select your video length. You can select a length from 30 seconds to 4 minutes. However, if you want to use any of our AI features on top of this video, your video has to be at least a minute long and have at least 20 spoken words in it. So I usually just leave it at 2 minutes or longer, depending on what I'm trying to create script-wise. Just to make sure I can use AI with it. Then, depending on what you're generating with your script, you can have the output language be either in English or Spanish. We are hoping to add more languages later. If you want another language for your output of your video, you can add your world languages features on top of the video once you enhance it with AI with over 90 language options. And you can also select the tone of your video. You have a choice between casual, energetic, inspirational, instructional, and professional. Then once you're ready, you can click generate script. It's going to generate a script from the description you gave it and all the features we picked. However, if you have your own script, like if you're recording a bio video or maybe like your curriculum night presentation or an intro to your parents or something, you can always enter your own script in the box and have it display on the teleprompter. But you can use AI as well. I know what some of y'all are thinking. Can I edit the script? Of course you can. Just scroll down to the bottom and click the blue edit script button. It'll open the script nice and wide on your screen for you to dive right into and edit however you want. And you can add or remove anything you want in the script before you start recording your video. Once you're happy with your script, just click the done button and you're ready to start recording. When I click start recording, it's going to take me to my teleprompter recording studio and show y'all my messy office behind me. But the teleprompter displays right on the front of my video feed, right directly in front of me. It displays in the middle and front so that your eye focus is natural, so that you're not looking over to the side trying to read or anything like that. You will notice that it auto advances on its own speed. I am either usually talking too fast or too slow to match this pace. So super easy to control on your own. Just take your mouse and hover over the teleprompter. Don't click, just hover, and then scroll to the pace you need to go. So you can start at the top, start reading, and just scroll as you go. So as you're recording, you have a toolbar down at the bottom. You can hide the teleprompter if you need to for any reason. You can delete, which I usually say don't delete. And the reason I say that is because if you delete your video, it's also going to delete the script and the prompt. And we don't want that unless you realize it's a total disaster and you want to start over. If you just messed up and you caught up on words or went too fast, just click restart. It's going to restart it with the same script on the same page. It's not even going to take you to a different page. And then you can just lather, rinse, repeat until you get it right. However, if your phone rings or the secretary buzzes your room, you can also pause the recording until you're ready to start again. And then once you're done, just click end recording and it's going to save it into your My Videos tab for you. Our AI tools actually just got a facelift today too. I'm so excited. If you watch it upload, you'll see that even if you were on Screencastify last week, your AI tools are totally different today. And that is such a cool thing because I am so tired of it always changing my title and description. And now you don't have to you can choose whether or not you want it to do that. So let's go over like all these new features on this page because it's the first time I'm even really seeing them live. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice is that our edit button moved over to the right toolbar on the top. So the editor, I'll go into that in a second because it has also gotten a really beautiful facelift recently. But I want to go over some of the AI tools first because I do want to show you a couple new features with this video. So my AI tools, I can apply all of them if I want, but I can also choose to only apply some of them. So I might choose to apply the title, description, and chapters if I want that updated on my video. I can also choose to have it generate captions for me if I just want that, but I don't want it to mess up my title and description. And then I can also have AI voiceover or AI dubbing done in world languages. And then I can add questions to it as well. So I'm just gonna apply all. I'm not gonna do the AI dubbing yet. I'll show you all that later. And I'm gonna do my questions right from here. I don't have to go into a separate quiz screen anymore if I've recorded the video myself. So I'm just gonna do some multiple choice questions. And let's say we just added kindergarten 2. We didn't have kindergarten before now, so that's really exciting. So I'm gonna say grade 4 because that's what my video was on. And y'all, I don't have to leave the screen to do any of that. I can do it all right now. It's going to just do it in the background and let me know when it's ready. And I'm generating questions because the other new feature that just dropped, you guys can now translate the video quiz questions into over 90 languages. How amazing is that? You can translate, you can have the AI voiceover going, and then the questions in that same language. It won't read the questions yet, but we're halfway there with translating. So it's done everything for me already. It definitely tells you to review your questions before sharing your video. And yes, please do that, just for safety's sake. So I'm gonna click on preview just to see where it takes us now. And it takes us to our quiz page, but I can see my multiple choice questions that it added for me. And my captions are already ready to go. So I can go ahead and just come to the bottom of the questions it added and add all of them to my video so that it's nice and ready to go. Let's make some real magic happen with our new questions translation feature. So I'm gonna go to preview so you'll see what the students will see when they're working with the world languages tool. I'm gonna go to the transcript. It's in English. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a language here. So to add a new language to my video for either captions, questions, or AI dubbing, I just need to find that language in my list of languages. And I'm gonna do Spanish and have it add Spanish for me. And then I'm also gonna do my AI voiceover in Spanish as well. See, it's already telling me it's translating my questions. How exciting. I just wanna show you also on the watch page, this is where you'll select watch later if you wanna flag it for that tab. Or if you wanna hide the transcript, like some students might wanna hide the transcript because it could be distracting. So they have the choice to do that as well. So I wanna show you while it's generating, I just wanna go back to the main video and I'm gonna go into the editor and show you those tricks while it translates my questions, okay? So I'm gonna click on edit video to go into my editor. And I wanna just show you some of the updated features we have and then go back. Okay, my questions and transcript and voiceover are all ready. So let's switch it to Spanish. And then I'm gonna click start the video. I'm gonna put my voiceover on too, y'all, so y'all can hear what it sounds like. I do like to up the playback speed a little bit because I talk a little faster than the generator does.
Pero el teleprompter se muestra justo enfrente de mi transmisión de video, justo frente a mí. Se muestra en el centro y al frente
So I'm
para
gonna
que
go to
tu
20
enfoque
seconds for the
visual
first
sea
question is.
natural. Para que no estés mirando.
And look, it's in Spanish. My question is in Spanish that easily. My video and my AI dubbing is in Spanish in a pretty natural Spanish voice. We don't use Google Translate. We use a third-party source. And my question's now in Spanish. I can add up to like 10 or 12 different languages in captions at a time on a video. So you have so many options to really help your students, especially newcomers, or even your parents if you wanted to send like a survey out to them or a questionnaire. You can have it translated into their home language as well. What's new in sharing? Okay, we just got this announcement last week. So now you can share a folder with different access levels for people. So instead of just having them view the folder or be able to make a copy of the videos in the folder, you can now add them as a contributor where they can also add videos to the folder, or the most like detailed level would be a co-owner. So that's like where you would add your co-teacher where they can contribute, edit, copy everything they want to do, the videos in that folder. So those four different levels are amazing. And they're going to be released any day now, just with the folder access. And then I think they're rolling them out to the individual videos soon as well. Amplify your teaching strategies, or the strategies included in today's session. I'm just going to kind of go over the highlights of it. But explicit instruction and modeling, some of the ways you can use this with Screencastify to amplify your teaching is recorded lessons with narrations. You can also show think alouds, so you can model a task and record it for your students. You can demonstrate software if you teach, if you're for technology dependent tasks, or if you're a computer science teacher or robotics, you can show them where to click with a, especially in the editor, you can add some of the zoom features and the text boxes and stuff to really like make your video look fancy for your students to follow along with what they need to do to demonstrate software, or at least follow what you need them to do on the software. And then you can also create a library of instructional videos that you can save and reuse, throughout the year. I used to use my math content videos that I would create for flipped learning on their homework. I would use our QR code generator and generate a QR code of the content video and paste it right next to their math problem that it went along with. So when they went home, somebody at home had a phone or a tablet or something they could scan it with. It was like they brought me home with them to help with homework. I was able to explain the content, break it down. They could go step by step with me. Y'all, I saw the biggest gain in math scores and math retention that year with those students that I have always used it. And I always tell every teacher that that's like the biggest trick I found teaching was to add that little video, even if you don't make it yourself, get it off our premium library. Because everybody and their mama during COVID made these videos. Find a good one, add it to your math worksheet with the QR code. And when they go home, it's like they have a teacher in their pocket. Here's a scenario. So students seem to grasp math strategies demonstrated in class, but struggle to perform the same tasks on their own, which can lead to teacher frustration and student disengagement. So you can do screen recording with annotations, use interactive questions and notes on your videos, and then you can click on when you have this. Here's the video example here, where
Grade 3 Math,
use
number
the video off the
100.
premium library that's explaining square units and area with the transcript. And then he just has it ready to go as explicit instruction example for you guys. The next strategy is providing effective feedback. So personalized video feedback on assignments. I used to love to make my kids videos talking about their writing or their projects. I'd also, of course, use a rubric like I had to, but I would make them a video just discussing how the strengths of their projects or where they could improve or anything like that. And they loved it. You can highlight strengths and areas for growth with video feedback. You can demonstrate corrections. So if they are struggling with a specific concept, you can really quickly demonstrate the correct approach or provide a little mini lesson within the video feedback. And then students can also use Submit to provide or to do a student self-reflection on different content areas or assignments they've completed or tests or anything like that, especially when they're all writing it with AI. Teachers can review student writing submissions by using the Submit feature or video creation. I taught special ed, so I used to flip my writing in my resource classroom, meaning that my students got to record a video of themselves talking through the writing process and using their verbal expression, which was stronger than their written expression skills. And then after they recorded that video, we would, in writer's workshop, take it from the video to their Chromebook and then work our way to a final product from there. And they really did a great job with that. And it really helped a lot of the kids with written expression issues kind of get over that and see that they could talk it out and then type it out. So that was a fun way to teach writing. Students can participate in peer-to-peer review sessions. Teachers can make the process as formal or informal as you want. And then here's an example of authentic teacher feedback that they provided us with. So he kind of goes, you'll have access to this video when you get the resources. But Sean talks through just how to provide effective feedback as a teacher to your students and how to use Submit for students to respond to your feedback as well. The next one is differentiated instruction, which I'm sure at this point we've all heard this phrase a lot, but Screencastify really does make differentiation a lot easier. You can create leveled content by recording multiple versions of a lesson or explanation video. You can provide remedial or enrichment videos. You can do read alouds for accessibility. When I was in the classroom, I would use Epic Books or getepic.com. It has a great free library for teachers and students to access during school hours. And I would screen record my read alouds. And I made a virtual digital library for my kids. By the middle or end of the year, when their reading skills were getting a little stronger, they would take their chance at creating their own virtual read alouds for the younger grades in our school and take them to the kindergarten class or first grade class and add to their library with their own read alouds that they created. And that was just the sweetest thing ever. You can also do choice boards with video options. I wasn't ever really big on giving tests. So one of my options was my students could write and produce a rap song and record a video of it or perform it live in class. And a lot of them actually took that option. Another option of mine was that they could write, produce, and edit a 60-second documentary on the content. Scenario or strategy 3, scenario, teachers must attempt to reach all students regardless of the learning level of the individual. Teachers may find it difficult to create and find resources that help students reach their full potential. Teachers can scaffold content with Screencastify through original content and the premium library. Students can complete various activities through choice boards like we talked about and through Screencastify Submit. And then once you get the resources, he has a video for you here for an example. Flipped learning is like I said, is my jam. I love flipped learning. You can deliver content before class. So what I would do when I flipped my learning in 5th grade math. They would go home every night and watch 10, 15 minute, maybe not even 15 minutes, maybe like 8 to 10 minute video of the content that we'd be working on hands-on in class the next day. And what I would do to kind of ensure they watched it, hopefully, was I made a Google form that just had a password that I would, like a secret password that I would drop somewhere in the video. Never the same place twice. Just a random word I would say in the video that they had to submit on a Google form with their name. And I closed the Google form at midnight for responses. Got to school the next day, they had an understanding of the concept, and we could do collaborative work and hands-on activities. And I could really make sure that they weren't doing the same math problem wrong 15 times in a row, like they would at home. You can do pre-teaching concepts, review and reinforcement, and then the embedding questions in the videos. You really have a great way to keep students accountable for their learning, especially because on our quiz page, if you go to settings, you can turn on prevent skipping to ensure that students answer every question and cannot fast forward the video. So with flipped learning, use the flipped learning approach to help students learn at their own pace. And then you use classroom time to expand on the concepts gained at home. One of the results that I saw actually with my students the year I did flipped learning was I had a pretty high English learner population. And I found out at the end of the year, their parents were all watching the videos with them every night. So their parents learned English and 5th grade math at the same time. And it was such a cool result I didn't expect, unexpected result. And it just really was awesome to see their parents that engaged and dedicated to helping their students. Screencastify can help with flipped learning by personalizing learning. They can learn at their own pace with those videos, replay the difficult sections. Then they have that active learning time in class where it's freed up for deeper engagement rather than just passive lecturing. I promise if you try this, you'll enjoy teaching much more too, because you're not just standing there talking at them. You're engaged and doing cool things with them too. And then he has an example of flipped learning linked here to the icon. Just some other approaches. The teacher is the facilitator, so the teacher can provide the support. It increases engagement, so interactive elements in the video, and then your hands-on activities after the video. Your students will be way more engaged. And then they'll have improved understanding. They come prepared to apply what they learned by watching the video. Strategy 5, data-driven instruction. So we do have those wonderful interactive questions and analytics. And when you go to create your AI quiz, one other cool feature, if you use the short answer questions with AI, AI will grade your short answer questions based on the result it adds as the answer. So that's a really cool feature. You take one more thing off your plate. You can use formative assessments, so short answer questions on the videos, or having students respond to a longer question with a submit assignment is always a great way to really hear what they think. You can track student progress more easily with the data from interactive questions. We do provide analytics through Screencastify, as well as have grade pass back to Google Classroom. And then student submit assignments are such a great way to really expand their learning and expand their comfort level on video and their comfort presenting in different ways. You can have them do virtual museum tours. You can have them watch zoo cams and talk about animal life cycles. There's so many things that you can do with Submit. When we get done going through some of these, I'll show you Submit and just some of our templates we have. We have a great template library that you can just kind of plug and play. And then for his scenario, a teacher must monitor student progress throughout a marking period and ensure that students are progressing towards reaching a proficiency level. Or if you're a special education teacher, reaching those goals and objectives. So Screencastify can help. The response tab within Screencastify allows teachers to review results by question, by student answer, and by overall class response. And then scores on interactive assessments can be directly downloaded onto a CSV. You can also tag your state standards now to any assessment or video that you create. And then he has an example here of data-driven instruction for you to check out on your own. Before we go into Sandbox, I just want to show you Submit. You can access Submit by clicking on the paper airplane at the bottom of your screen. This will take you to our Submit page. And you have two options with Submit. You can create a new Submit topic from a blank template, or you can use one of our pre-programmed templates and customize it for what you need. We have a music template practice, The fluency practice template is my jam because I taught reading. I taught special ed, so I always had to do reading fluency monitoring for IEP goals and stuff like that. We have debate prep for my upper grades history teachers, math templates, book reports, phonics practice. I don't know about any of y'all, but I always got stuck on the talent show team, and I'd have to stay at school till like 8 o'clock at night watching kids all sing the same song over and over again. Not anymore, y'all. We got you covered with a talent show tryout submission template. Just send this bad boy out to the students, let them record their talent show tryout, and you can watch it whenever you want to. No longer staying at school till 8 o'clock at night. Then I'll be back at 7 o'clock the next morning. You can just watch it on Saturday morning as you drink your coffee if you want. If you're a building level administrator or district level administrator, we even thought about y'all. We have a template that you can send out to your staff for them to suggest professional development topics. Identify mistakes in math problems. Virtual field trip is a great one. Another debate practice. Book talks, traditions. Here's my writing teacher that is dealing with all the AI and drama right now that we all are dealing with. Here's a revisions template. You can have your students plan their revisions out loud and talk through their drafts and submit that video to you, maybe to kind of get them even on a deeper level with their thinking about their writing. Interview questions, if you're interviewing teachers or parapros. So I'm going to show you the fluency practice template because it's just a good one to model. So here you can, of course, edit anything on the template that we've created for you. So with fluency practice, you wouldn't want to, put the student's whole name. You want to put their initials. It gives you the prompt that they're going to record a video reading the following passage. So as a teacher, whether you're teaching, reading phonics or world languages, and you want them to do a fluency practice in the language that they're learning, you just replace this paragraph with whatever passage you want them to read. You can even include a hyperlink video modeling it for them or a site they can go to, but they won't need anything else in front of them other than their screen when they do this. You have 3 recording type options for submit. You have webcam recording only, screen and webcam recording, which will put your screen like in the bottom corner, and then screen recording only, which my robotics and computer science teacher, I used to use this a lot with my students when we would do stop motion animation. The screen recording only works perfect for that. Then I'm going to come back to the generate a link or how to share it, because Google Classroom has hooked y'all up with this. Link privacy is similar to sharing your video. So you can have it either be anyone with the link, and the first time a student ever uses submit, all they have to do is enter their district email address. So if you have littles, you might have to have somebody help you with that. But the older students, you might have to just give them their email address. They only have to do it once. And then after that, it'll pull their name from SSO. Or if you wanted it to be totally locked down, you can do anyone in your domain, add your district domain here, and then everybody who accesses the video has to sign in with a district email address. So they can't record it if they don't sign in. Then video privacy is a new feature for submit. The first one is submitters cannot view any videos, not even their own. I usually tell y'all not to pick that one because the kid's gonna want to watch what they did so they can at least preview it before they turn it in. Submitters can view their own videos. It's great for things like reflections and fluency practice because those are kind of personal. If you were doing a jigsaw or a slide deck presentation or stop motion animation, any kind of project like that, submitters can view all videos. Is a great selection. However, having taught middle school and behaviors for a lot of my time, I will warn you that one of the things that they can do when they can view all videos is they can comment on all videos. And we haven't added yet a comment privacy feature, so just keep that in mind. You know your students better than I do. I had some classes I would have never trusted with that, and some classes I would have totally trusted with that. So it's up to you. We are going to add it eventually. It's just not live yet. So I'm going to set it so submitters can view their own videos for fluency. Another reason for that is because as the teacher on these submit videos, you can leave personalized timestamp feedback throughout the video. So you definitely want your students to be able to see the feedback. You can add a recording time limit if you want. You can also choose whether you want the assignment done for points or ungraded. You can add a due date. Then the last thing, this is really one of the most important things. We love to just email you all the time, and we will seriously send you an email every single time a student submits an assignment. So turn this off, talk with this button off, and we won't do it. You can also tag your state standards to your submit assignment so you can keep track of what standards you have covered with your content. And then I told y'all I'd come back to how to share it. With Google Classroom, check this out. I'm gonna click on Google Classroom, and it takes me, if my Google Classroom is already synced to Screencastify, which I'm sure y'all's is in JCPS, You can just select your class. You can even select specific students to send out activities to. Then you can put it under a topic. You can have your time limit here, your points, your due date, and even schedule it to assign later. And you don't even have to leave the screen. It does it all for you right here. You don't have to leave. It doesn't just puts it right in Google Classroom. It's amazing. But because I want to show y'all what this looks like, I'm going to generate a link and preview it for you. So you can see exactly what my student will see when they record their video and then see what it looks like post-recording. So I'm just going to click preview to show you, and you can do this when you make your assignment to make sure it all looks good. I usually did that when I would make like bulleted lists of instructions, make sure I didn't leave anything out. But this is what it's going to show them first. It'll show them the instructions and the title, what it's going to record, how long they have, and if it's for points or ungraded. And then I'm going to click start recording when I'm ready. Y'all look at this. It's going to count down for me. And then I don't even have to like give the student another copy of their reading passage because it's right here next to the video feed. So they don't have to have it printed out or another screen or anything like that. They can just read their fluency passage right off the screen. It's going to stay here the whole time. If they mess up, they can click start over. And when they're done, they can just click stop recording. After they record, they can start over again if they want or submit it to you. I'm going to show you how as a teacher to grade these easily. And then another new feature we have. So the students can download the video or they can view their submission if they want on the privacy setting we have. As the teacher, to grade these or provide feedback, you'll just go back to your submit page and click on your topic. You'll see that all of your students populate. We only have mine today, but they'll all populate down under submissions. You can click one by one at a time to view if you really want to view one at a time, or if you want to just do like a whole view them all and get it done. You can click view submissions and they'll go in order that they are on the and then I don't even have to, it'll play the video for you. Underneath is where you can leave your timestamp feedback, and the feedback is only visible to you and the student. Then on the next tab is the comments, and it does remind you that the comments are public, so anybody can comment. You can add your score up here in the box. It'll pass back to your Google Classroom gradebook, and then you'll click this for the next video. Or when you get to the end, this will say done. If you wanted to download all your grades as a CSV, you could from here. But I'm going to return to the topic. So I want to show y'all a new feature that is super cool. If you're doing something, especially in robotics and computer science, or even like language arts, if you're doing like literature, like a literature review or book reviews or something like that, or really any subject you could use it for, you can now create a highlight reel of all of your students' submit videos. So all you have to do that is come next to their name and check all the names of the students whose videos you want to include in your highlight reel. Click create highlight reel. It'll compile all those videos together and open them in the editor, and you can edit the whole highlight reel as you want to really just amplify student voice. New feature, if you used Flip or Flipgrid in the past, it's similar to their remix feature, pretty much like that. So this is just like a some just strategies like a real-time feedback, a collaborative offline challenge, personalized video lesson, small group discussion, like a little circle of personalized learning. This template is really great because but so if you've never used it. One of my friends created this. You can put your sentence stem in the yellow box, and then the students answer because. They explain why something happened. Then they answer but to introduce contrasting idea or exception. And then they answer so to show the result or consequence of that what is in the sentence stem. So that's a fun activity to do. Then you have all these great closure activities that we provided you with as well. You have a parent hotline idea where you email a question about your lesson to the parents, and then they can talk about it over dinner. I've even had, you can also have parents complete submit videos. You just have to send them the link and they have to add their email address. They don't have to have an account. They just have to add the email address. So you can even have the parents complete this. You can write headlines, I wonder, all sorts of great things. And then if you didn't know, Screencastify and UDL are such a powerful combination. So we have some great resources here for you to check out on that. We have some great resources online for you. If you want to dive deeper into any of our features, you can go to Screencastify University from your Screencastify homepage on the More button in the bottom and take our short courses. We'll give you like a certificate and an email badge at the end of it. And then our blog rocks. Last year, the marketing and customer success team had all the facilitators populate the blog with use cases from our classrooms. So, like my high school history people, definitely check out the blog because anything by Sean Bondar is going to speak to your heart. He's an amazing history teacher. He has some really cool ideas on how to use Screencastify in history for your students to increase engagement. And then if you're on socials, follow us. We love to see how you're using it.